What we're going to do is first determine what our dosage is for this particular sludge. So I want to know what my dose for a 500 milliliters sample is going to be, approximately. This is pretty thin, so my dose is not going to be very thick on this one. So I'm taking a 500 milliliter sample of this. This polymer is made down at 1/4%. It's a liquid polymer, and it's made down at 1/4%. So right now, because that's so thin, I'm going to just take a very small dose and try it. 10 milliliter dose. And I'm going to mix it up and see how it does. And 10 millimeters does pretty good on this sludge. See, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good dose. So I know now that approximately 10 milliliters of made down polymer per 500 milliliters of sludge is the correct dose. And I'm going to take this chart and I'm going to look here and say, okay, my dose is 10 milliliters, so I need about 1/10 of a gallon of made down polymer solution per 5 gallons. And in this hanging bag test, we're going to do 4 or 5 gallon samples. So I need approximately a half a gallon of polymer. But I'm going to make down quite a bit more just to be on the safe side. So I've got 2 gallons of water in this bucket right here. And in order to make down 1 gallon at 1/4%, I would need 9 milliliters of polymer, of neat polymer. Since I've got 2 gallons, I'm going to put approximately 18 milliliters of polymer in that to make that down. So this is the neat polymer, not the made down polymer. This is made down polymer. This is the neat polymer. So I'm going to take 20 milliliters of that, or about 18 milliliters, and mix it with that water to make down 2 gallons of polymer. So now I've got 18 milliliters. We're going to put this agitator in there. It's a paint stirrer, and this is the type of paint stirrer that we like to use because we're wanting to create a vortex. And he's going to get a vortex going in there. And I'm just going to feed this polymer, I'm just going to dribble it down into there. A little bit at a time, not too much. And then I'm going to let him stir it for a while. That's probably pretty good. So now we have a polymer solution that we can use to mix our sludge and do our hanging bag test. Alright, this is our hanging bag test, and what we've got is a geotextile bag hanging from this framework, and underneath we got a tub to capture the effluent that comes out. What we're going to do is we're going to mix each of these. We have 5 gallons of polymer, sludge. We've got 5 gallons of sludge in these 5-gallon cans. And we're going to start stirring it, and I'm going to add the made down polymer out of this bucket that we made down. I'm going to add a little of it at a time until we see this flocculation occur. And once that happens, then we're going to pour container of the 5-gallon bucket into the bag and let the effluent come through the bag. I'm going to measure this out. I know what I start with and I know what I end up with, so I'll know how much polymer I'm adding. This is not exact, but it's close. So now we're going to start adding. You got a good view of that?
So it's starting to come together now.
Now, I have added about 100 milliliters of polymer. Zoom in on that. So we're ready to pour it. Zero and show that effluent coming out of there. Get around there where you can really get a shot of it. Zero. Pour it all in there. You're dribbling it all down the side. Okay? That's bucket number 1. And now we're going to mix up bucket number 2. Get right down in there so they can really see it happen. You can see the block size and good clear water around it. I'm going to add just a little more flock to get a bigger block. Now you can see, really now you can see how we've got a much bigger flock and the water's good and clear. So you can pour that one in now.
Same bag? Yeah. We're only doing one. Oh, okay.
We're gonna do
All in one bag though?
try to get it all in the bag, just dribbling it down. Let's go get another clear piece. That's what we're looking for. See the clear water and the flock solids. That's what we want.
Excuse me.
That's the effluent that's coming through the bag. That's what we want. Good clean effluent. No solids.
Now this
Go ahead and mix that up. This is what we got going in. Be a little more flock. I'm going to add just a little more flock to that. So you see how that chunked that up? Go ahead and pour it in. Zoom right in on that.
got a lot of water and all that rain we've had. The weed is wasn't very good to start with.
Look that in there.
Go in there. Go over the line with it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty dry.